Hi there. Today we're going to be having a look at a brand new universal remote control from Switchbot. And this is something there's been a lot of talk about as to whether this will be a replacement for the Logitech Harmony. So this is a really sleek looking device with a lovely color screen included. And this has been designed to control multiple types of devices. So you can control your Switchbot devices, infrared devices, as well as having a Matter connection. So the first thing to bear in mind when you order this device is that you do need the Switchbot Hub 2 in order to set this up. Having a look at the device itself, a really sleek looking white design. On the underside, we've got the USB-C charging point as well as a reset. And on the front side, we've got our infrared remote blaster over there. Having a look at the front of the device, we've got standard buttons for TV, for example, volume and up and down channels. We've got a mute button, we've got a home button, we've got the Switchbot button here, which will open up a menu of the different devices you can use here. We've got a back button, a home button. We've got this white scroll reel with a press in the middle. And then we've got on and off for our accessories. So what we do is we scroll to a certain accessory. We press the button in the middle here. That opens that up. And then, for example, we can turn our TV on. If we went back to this one over here and we say, we pick our Switchbot button and we want to select another device, say the aircon, for example, we can press our button in the center there. There we go, the aircon opens up. As you can see, it's giving a nice little blue color because we're in cooling mode, and we can adjust our temperatures really easily there. We can turn it on and off. We also have these 4 buttons at the top here, which have been assigned. This one, for example, is switching between heating and cooling, etc. So the setup was pretty easy. All I did was go in, select the Switchbot app, go to the 3 little buttons at the top there, and I clicked Add Device. It then showed up in the list of Bluetooth devices already. So I clicked on the universal remote, and this then asked me to switch on for 3 seconds on the on button. Press the 2 buttons simultaneously to put it into the pairing mode, and it then went and connected up pretty quickly. It then needed to do a firmware upgrade. So once it's updated, it asks you to select a room. Now it's all ready to go. And now what we need to do is start adding our devices. So we've got a couple of options here. The first thing we want to do is import existing devices. So this will bring in the existing Switchbot devices that are already loaded up to my Switchbot app. And so now it's doing a synchronization from the Switchbot hub over to the Switchbot remote. There we go, it's all done. So if we now look at our curtain, we can click on that. And as you can see, we can either select one of these buttons here, which will select a percentage opened or closed, or we can go on or off for a maximum open or close. Now, in order to add other infrared devices to this remote, we first need to add them to the hub. So we open up the hub 2 in our Switchbot app, and then we select the type of device. So say, for example, we're adding a television. We would click on that. We now have 3 options. We can either do smart matching, which is basically going to read the infrared signal and try and select the correct remote from there, or we can do it manually. If we went manually, we would have to select the type of manufacturer and then the actual model of that product itself. The third option is we can go learning the buttons, where we go manually and load each button individually, which is quite a lot of work. So the way that I went for my ones was I went with the automatic smart matching. You press the smart matching button and then you press the remote button and it will start doing a match. So I now aim my existing remote control at the smart hub. I press the on button and now it's waiting for the infrared signal. There it's matching, and now I say got it by pressing that button, and then I press the button over here, and it says let's turn my TV on, so I know it's working. So I press the working button down here, and then I just need to give it an original name. So now I need to go along, open my universal remote, manage devices, and I need to import those latest devices, or the latest device that I've actually created. So we've got our managed devices here. We want to go plus, so we can add a new device, and we're going to import existing appliances. So there we go, there's my TV2. Let's go for a batch add with that one. Bring the remote close to the smartphone, and it will do the transfer. So now we can go over here, and we can check on our remote that we now have at the top here, we have TV2. So we've got a new TV that's been added. So it's a little bit of a story having to add it first of all to the hub and then sync it over here, but it does work. I do find with TVs that the basic buttons, the on and off, and the volume works, but it doesn't really work with this central button over here. So you can have some difficulties with actually selecting things like different activities within your TV. So when it came to trying to get the Matter connected, you do need to connect the Hub 2 to Home Assistant via Matter, and then that will synchronize with the remote. Unfortunately, try as I may, I could not get this to work. So I'm assuming that this is based on a future software update, which will hopefully sort this out in the future. When it comes to the infrared syncing, it works really, really well with my air conditioner. The TV works pretty well, but there were some of those directional pointer change buttons that weren't working. I'm assuming if that I went back and actually mapped each one individually, that would work. When it comes to Switchbot devices, it works flawlessly. So yes, take it as you will. This is what it is. I think it's a great device hardware-wise, and there's some really good opportunity for them to get the software working right. So that's all for now. If you've liked this content, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.